Good afternoon, Year 7. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Now, again, today we are going to start the English class. If you remember, in the last class, we had started the chapter 1 of English literature part. English grammar, we have already done 4 5 topics, so we have started the English literature part. And in that, we had already completed half of the chapter. And do you remember the name of the chapter? The name of the chapter was Fire in the Forests. Just to give you a revision type, that we had started the chapter Fire in the Forest, in which we were talking about a story that how the animals living in the forest, they are affected by when there is a fire in the forest. So just a summary of the last class was that there was a fire in the forest, and the forest department people were trying to put out the fire by using that fire line, but they needed some time to control the fire. During that time, there was one deer who had given birth to a young deer, that is fawn, and how that mother deer was trying to protect her young one from the fire. But the young one was so small that he could not even stand and walk. But still, mother deer was trying very hard to protect her young baby from the fire. So, in continuation with that, this was just the summary of the last class. Now, in continuation with that only, let us start reading and then explanation of that stanza. So, please pay attention, all of you, and be attentive and listen to me very carefully. Already, I have sent you the PDF file of the chapter. I want all of you to read that PDF file so that your pronunciation may also be good, reading habit may develop, and also when you will read carefully, many meanings of the words you will understand without dictionary also. So please, I request all of you to read that PDF file of the chapter properly. Okay, now let us start. Now, last time we had left here, she could see the blaze now roaring up in a sheet of fire and exploding bamboo. It means that Mother Deer was trying very hard to protect her baby from the fire, not only her baby but herself also from the fire. But in doing all the measures, she could see, the deer could see that the fire had actually reached towards them. It was the fire was very near to them. Now, with smoke caking eyes and nostrils, they panicked on, to and fro in short blind rushes, all sense knocked out of them by terror. Means the fire was so near to them that their eyes were aching, their eyes were having pain because of the smoke, and still they all were panicked. They were all were in a panic. Why they were in a panic? Because they could not think how to protect ourselves from the fire because of that fawn, because of the baby deer who was not ready to walk. Suddenly there opened before them a dried river bed cut deep in its course, and down there among the boulders was a big pool. So, as the mother deer was trying to protect her baby, how she was protecting her baby from the fire, she was just simply giving pushes to the young baby so that the baby could move by pushes only, because the baby was not ready to walk. So the mother deer was only pushing her baby. As she was pushing the baby in a panic situation, she was pushing the baby. What they saw, that they have reached to a to the bank of a big pool of water. They had reached to the bank of a big pool of water. Now, a blundering shove from his frantic mother sent him bowling over and over down the bank to end up bruised at the bottom. All the breath knocked out of his body, but right by the pool. Now, both mother deer and the baby deer, they were tired. Why? Because all the way mother deer was pushing the baby deer to protect both of them from the fire. So when they reached the pool, by that time both of them were very tired, and they simply sat at the bank of the pool of the water. The strong heat of two fires began to beat down upon them from each side of the riverbed to bake them to death. So, as they were sitting on the bank of the river, the strong heat of two fires. Now, which two fires? One was the fire which was caused in the forest, and one was the fire which was lit up by the department to stop that fire. So these two fires began to beat down upon them from each side of the, so both the fires, they started to beat upon them from both the side of the river bed. The pool reflected the raging flames. They could see the blasting flames of the fire in the water. They could see the image of the blasting flames of the fire in the water. The hind shoveled her fawn towards the edge of the water. He lay there motionless. The what hind? Hind means what? Mother deer. The mother deer, what she did? She just pushed. She just laid her baby forward to the edge of the water so that fire may not attack her baby. She did not put the baby in the water, but she put her baby just at the edge of the water. The baby laid there motionless and he did not even move. The baby deer did not even move. Above them, the fires raged, and above them, what was there? They were lying down near the edge of the water, and on the top of that was what? Fire. The trees were falling down, the trees were catching fire, and the trees were falling down. A whole tree heeled over, blazing, and fell with a long savage hiss and a boiling cloud of steam into the head of the pool. So the trees, they were catching fire and they were falling down violently with the large sounds. And as they were falling down in the water, a huge cloud of smoke was there. It sent the water washing out. The fawn struggled, his head up, panting, gasping in the furnace, his eyes closing again and tongue lolling. It means what all these things are showing? That the fawn was scared, but he was helpless. He could not move, he could not walk, he could not run. He was scared of the fire, but he found himself to be helpless. All these words are showing this thing that the fawn was struggling. The fawn was struggling for what? To protect himself from the fire. But he was helpless as he was so small, he was so young that he could not stand and walk and run. But at last, very slowly, the height of the flames became less. So at last, what happened? Now both mother deer and fawn, they were lying at the edge of the water. What they found that on above them was the fire, and where they were lying near the water. So they could not run anywhere now. What they could do was just wait, and if the fire would catch them, they would simply burn. And if the fire could not catch them, then they could protect their life. So they were simply waiting. So at that time, what suddenly happened was that the height of the flames became less. They sank down into the piles of glowing ash. A cool breeze blew along the water course. Suddenly, what they saw that the flames of the fire, they became less. And first, the flames of the fire were very high. They were like blazing. But now the flames of the fire became less. They sank down into the piles of glowing ash. A cool blue breeze blew along the watercourse. All the air was full of choking smoke. Suddenly, the fire came to an end as the department people were already trying to stop the fire by lighting a fire along the fire line. So suddenly, the fire came to an end, but there was a huge cloud of smoke due to that fire. The fawn was not strong enough to move yet, so he and his mother stayed there while their burns cooled in the pool, drinking the tepid water in which one or two dead fish floated upside down. Suddenly the fire stopped, no doubt. There was a huge cloud of smoke also, because when there is a large fire of such type, when it stops, then there are ashes of the fire, smoke of the fire is also there, though the fire stopped. but still the fawn was not strong enough to stand up and move. So they were simply lying down near the pool only, near the edge of the pool only, and they kept on waiting when everything will be normal, then only they will get up. They simply lied along the edge of the pool, and whatever small burns they had got because of that fire, they just cooled their burns in the water of the pool, in the pool water. When he had recovered and was strong enough, they moved into the unburned forest and presently joined the herd again. So, when all the things were normal, all the fire was stopped, smoke was not there, now all the things came back to their normal position, then they both of mother deer and the fawn, they were strong enough. They just simply stood up, moved through the unburned forest, and joined their herd again. Herd means what? Their group of deer again. So I hope you must have understood. With this, the chapter is now finished. I hope you must have understood the story, and you must have understood that how the animals, they are suffering because of these fires in the forest. So these animals now, they cannot speak like human beings, but still, when the fires are caused in the forest, the most of the animals, they are the sufferers because of these fires in the forest. Now, in the video which I have sent you, you must have seen that, you should see that video. In that video, you will come to know about the various causes of the fires and also the preventive measures which one should take so that fire may not be caused in the forest. Because it is not good for flora and fauna both when the fire is caused in the forest. So I hope that you must have seen that video, all of you. If you have not seen, then please go through the video, because I'm going to send you the homework in the reading material. In that homework, I'm going to give you few difficult words again, like you have done before. You will write the meaning of the word. Along with the meaning, you will write a sentence also. In that sentence, the meaning of the word should be explained. Not only meaning you will write, but also you will make a sentence with that word. That sentence should be in such that the meaning of the word should be explained in that sentence. Okay, and I'm going to give you 2 3 questions also. You, like simple questions. One question is that what are the causes? List the various causes which are responsible for the fire in the forest, which can cause fire in the forest. So for that you have to go through the video. In the video it is explained nicely what are the different causes of fire in the forest. And second question is that what preventive measures can be taken by human beings to prevent fires in the forest? That also you will get it from the video itself. So please go through the video very nicely. You will come to know about all the causes and the preventive measures of the fire in the forest. So these homeworks I'm going to give you as a PDF file. Please go through, please download that PDF file and then do this English homework in your English copy. I'm not going to give you any worksheet today because we are going through the chapter. So you will do all the question answers, word meanings in the English copy only, and send me the picture of your homework, please. Last homework also only 2 3 students have sent me, but please send me the home picture of your homework. Don't think that we are doing in English copy so we need not to send it. Please send the picture of your homework to me so that I may come to know that you have done the homework and whether it is correct or not. Because in last homework also I have seen Grisma, all of you are writing the meaning of thumbnails as nails of the thumb. It is not like that. Thumbnails means a very small picture. The meaning of thumbnails, if you have seen in the dictionary, it is not the nails of the thumbs. Thumbnails is a very small picture, small icon, we can say. That is called a thumbnail. So then only I will come to know what you have done and what is wrong and what is right if you are going to send me the homework. Okay. Now, In the next class, we will be discussing about the various exercise of this. Till then, whatever homework I am going to give you today, please do it properly. Okay. Thank you, class. See you in the next class, all of you.